Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. The warm weather is here and that means that it is cookie ice cream sandwich time. Let's jump right in. So if you've seen my sheet pan chocolate chip cookie recipe, this one is really similar to that, but I have a nice twist to it that adds such a burst of flavor. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna mix our almond flour, and here I have a combination of baking soda, baking powder, and sea salt. Let's just dump that right in there and whisk this all together. Of course, as you guys already know, in my description I include all of my ingredients, all the instructions and measurements, so no need to take notes. Just watch, enjoy, and then check the description to see how to actually make this and how much you need. All right, that looks good. Let's set this aside so we can work on the rest of the cookie. We've mixed our dry ingredients and set them aside. Now let's work on mixing the wet ingredients for this. I have some softened butter here. I'm just gonna throw it into my bowl. A little tip, if you don't have softened unsalted butter, if you just take it straight out of the fridge, microwave it for about 15 seconds and you have softened butter, it's not warm yet, so it won't cook your eggs for any of your baked recipes. 15 seconds in the microwave straight out of the fridge, and that is perfect. Next thing I'm gonna add my brown sugar substitute. So as I said in my last video, I love to use brown sugar substitute instead of granulated sugar sometimes because I love that hint of molasses. I think it just adds such a nice flavor to your baked goods. And so I am just gonna dump in my brown sugar substitute. And this one is a stevia monk fruit brown sugar mix. I'll have a link in my description from Amazon, which one I specifically use if you're interested in purchasing it. And then here I have a mix of maple extract as well as vanilla extract. You can just find this at any grocery store, and I like mixing this together. I think it also gives it a nice hint of flavor. Take your hand mixer. You can also do this in a standing mixer, but I like to use a hand mixer because I like to have control of where I'm actually mixing. And so I'm gonna put this on low speed and combine all the ingredients together. That's perfect. Now I'm gonna add my egg and egg whites and combine this together on low speed. That is well mixed. Now I'm gonna take the dry ingredients that I combined earlier and we're gonna slowly add them to our wet mixture. I'm gonna add about half and combine on low speed. Now add in the second half and keep mixing until everything is combined. You now want to scrape down the sides so everything is at the bottom. And I am going to add some dark chocolate chips as well as chopped pecans. So I have some Lily's chocolate chips. Again, link is in the description if you're interested in buying these. These are my favorite stevia sweetened chocolate chips. They're keto friendly, low carb. This whole recipe is keto friendly and low carb. And most importantly, it is sugar free. So if you're on a keto, low carb, or sugar free diet, this is perfect for you. Now I'm gonna add in my chopped pecans. All I did for this, you can buy them already pre-chopped, but all I did was buy the pecans that are halved. I put them in a Ziploc bag and then you just hit them with a hammer or smash them and you'll get chopped pecans. It's way cheaper than buying them pre-chopped. I've added it to my batter. I'm just going to take a spatula and fold all of these ingredients in. Now, of course, you can omit adding pecans. You can also omit adding the chocolate chips, but with a ice cream sandwich, I really love that crunch and I love the little hint of chocolate and the nuts. You can also add coconut flakes or a different kind of nut if you want, like walnuts are really good with this recipe as well. And you don't have to use the dark chocolate chips. You can use milk chocolate or white chocolate, cookies and cream, whatever you want, whatever you have at home and whatever your favorite toppings are. All you wanna make sure is that your batter is the same for anything that you're adding, like chocolate chips or nuts or the coconut flakes. This is well combined. Let's get a sheet pan and line it with some parchment paper so we can actually form our cookies. I have my sheet pan here in front of me and I've lined it with some parchment paper. You can also line it with like the silicone baking mats if you have that at home, or you can alternatively, you can spray it with some avocado oil spray or any cooking spray to make it non-stick. I'm also preheating my oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit while I'm working on forming these cookies. I have a cookie scoop here. I'm gonna scoop about this much and put it on my pan. Now you don't have to use a cookie scoop, but I'm using one because I wanna make sure that the top and bottom of my ice cream sandwich are about the same size. And you can make these smaller or larger, however big you wanna have a cookie sandwich, or an ice cream sandwich, I should say. So on this sheet pan, I can fit about 6. It's okay if you have extra batter. You can just do that in a next round or get another baking tray. What I'm gonna do now is I wanna press down these cookies just a little bit so they're not as, not as rounded on the top. So I'm just gonna press down a little bit. Just like that. I wanna leave about 3/4 of an inch, 1/2 inch of height, so we can have a nice chewy cookie to bite into when we actually make the sandwich. And again, ensuring that all of the cookies are about the same size. And one of my subscribers, they commented that they left the batter out for about between 5 to 30 minutes before actually baking it. You can do that as well. That is a really great trick to do. But I'm just showing you if you just wanna make the batter, throw it in the oven. But thank you so much to who commented for that, because that is a really great tip if you wanna get a little more height and let the baking soda and the baking powder react with all of the batter. All right, so these are all flattened just a little bit. And that maple extract smells so good. You don't have to use maple extract if you don't have it. You can just use the same quantity of vanilla extract as the total of both the maple and the vanilla combined. I like the maple extract. I think it gives a nice hint of flavor. The same reason I like to use the molasses sugar rather than just regular granulated sugar. These cookies look perfect. My oven is now preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's throw these in for 15 minutes. I'll see you guys in 15. Okay, let's take out our cookies. Guys, take a look at these. They smell absolutely delicious. They look perfect. We're gonna let these sit for about 5 to 10 minutes to cool down before we start making our ice cream sandwiches. Time to assemble our ice cream sandwich. So I let the cookies cool for about 5 to 10 minutes. Then I threw it in the fridge for another 5 minutes just to let it chill because I don't want my ice cream to melt too fast. So here are our delicious cookies. I mean, take a look at those. They're so, oh my God. They just smell so good. You wanna put one cookie on the bottom, and you can either flip it this way or this way, it doesn't really matter. Maybe I'll do it like this so that it's flat on the bottom. And then this is keto ice cream. This is my favorite keto ice cream. It is by Mammoth Creameries. Keto friendly. For 2/3 of a cup, it has 33 grams of fat and only 2 net carb per serving. And guys, this tastes like real ice cream. This is the best keto ice cream on the market. I'm not sponsored by them, but I am just such a huge fan of this product. If you guys have tried any keto friendly or what they claim are keto friendly ice creams, a lot of the time they're not actually keto friendly, and you really have to make sure you're reading the label. Plus, they kind of taste meh, like a little gross. They're icy, and I'm not a huge fan, but this one I really, really like. And you can use whatever ice cream flavor you want. I'm just gonna use classic vanilla bean. I took this out of the freezer for about 5 minutes just to let it, so it's not as hard when I'm actually assembling our ice cream sandwich. I'm gonna take a cookie scoop and just scoop a little bit on our cookie here. Like that. We're gonna do, I think, 2 scoops. If you want, you can slice the actual container. So if you're gonna use the whole thing, I've seen people slice it, you can do that, but I don't wanna I wanna keep the container as is. So I scooped it out and then I flattened it a little bit onto the cookie so it's easy to put the second one on top. I'm gonna take my second cookie and put it right on top of our sandwich. Press down a little bit. It's okay if it breaks apart. It's not completely apart, it's still together. And now, it's time for our taste test. All right, I'm gonna take a nice big bite right here. This is so comforting, so refreshing. The cookie is not too sweet at all. This ice cream, what I love about it is it's not overly sweet. It's really, really refreshing and really nice, super creamy. You get the crunch from the chocolate chips and the pecans. And it's just like so nice and chewy and delicious. I can't wait for you guys to try this recipe and enjoy this on a nice summer day. If you like this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Also hit that notification bell to never miss a tasty upload. Till next time.